Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Ooh, the toes are out. Zalatath is back, and she's taunting us with those purple grippers. I'm Slidewhistle.
It's your boy, Immunization. Hello.
Not since Kiriko Overwatch have I been so pleased to see a pair of purple curlers. It's me, Aaron Fireman Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag.
Why are Kiriko's toes purple?
The particular skin that they were hyping up when they were like, it's Gripper Friday, that terrible shot heard around the world, was she was like a demon or something. She was like a bird demon. So her skin happened to be purple. So someone's got a thing for purple crinklers over there.
I don't know. Is it just me, or are Zalatath's feet getting, like, gnarlier? They almost, like, looked like they were more leathery this time. And I'm like, are they, like, getting grosser and grosser as time goes on?
Zalatath's feet. Gnarly.
Maybe her time in the Undermine, she stepped on, like, gross slices of pizza and sludge and stuff. It's like, can't you just clean this place up? I mean, none of us are walking around with our tootsies out. We don't notice.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, there was a Ghost of Koresh trailer teaser dropped a couple days ago, yesterday, whenever you're hearing this, and just it's so funny that like Zalatath's in a scene, introduce her toes first.
Like, within the first, 6 seconds of the video, Zalatath makes an appearance, and she pans onto the screen, literally feet first. They, slowly descend from the top corner of the screen, and then you see her feet first, and then her. It's like a meme. It's a joke at this point, right?
Oh, yeah. They definitely... I mean, if they're tweeting Feet Friday for the Kiriko thing, they know what they're doing. They're getting all their freaks in line.
That cutscene made me real upset because I saw it in a social media post, and the text was, live the adventure in Ghosts of Koresh. Click on the video. We're already halfway through the story, and then Locus Walker's like, hey, by the way, she's here too. I feel like there was an earlier scene we could have highlighted that wasn't like, surprise, Zally's here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I guess they just wanted to get right to it and just be like, hey, we know you freaks were missing out on Zalatath and Undermine. Just so you know, she's going to be here. So come on back and take a look. But that means that there's got to be bigger spoilers if they're just going to immediately tell everybody we're working with Zalatath, right?
Yeah, because the whole point of this little clip here was basically, saying that Illyria, her dad, and why am I
Locus Walker?
Locus Walker.
Her dad.
I call anybody's mentor their dad. You know this. It's an established thing at this point. Anyways, Locus Walker is like, yes, Illyria, we need to be working with Zally baby now. And then she's like, oh. And then that was basically all that was really in this minute, right?
It does answer my question though of I was like, where does Zalatath's allegiances lie with Dimensius? And I guess there is none. She is actively working with us, the people who have undermined her time after time, to kill Dimensius.
So yeah, you're right. I forgot we had that discussion. So I guess that means that Dimensius is truly her grandfather? Because she's not working with her dad, but she hates her grandpa, so she's going to take him down. Because he controls everything, right? He's a void lord.
Yeah, Dimensius is her, racist grandpa that no one wants set to function, you know?
I just tried to ignore his posts on Facebook, but it's getting crazy. I'm going to have to block my own grandfather here soon. Or I guess in that analogy, she'll be cutting off his internet.
Cutting him off from the web.
I won't help him fix his router next time.
Locus Walker, he's looking kind of hot after that audio drama that, really went through the hot details of his bathing life. They released a 3-parter audio listen to, the Legion one that they had with Illyria and
my only
her man.
thing was the Legion one, and I wasn't there live. I believe it was a scheduled release. So, part 1 came out at one point. Then part 2 was like a couple days later or a week later. It's interesting that they opted to do all 3 within the span of maybe a half hour. I wonder if that's just for chapter separation or like listener retention. It's interesting to me that they'll be like, oh, there's 3 videos, but don't worry, it's all just the same thing. It comes out on the same day.
They're like kind of long too. They're like all around like 40 minutes to an hour, like somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. Because if I would have just gotten the first one, I would have been like, okay, well, that was just a lot of setup. But then I got to do 2 and 3 immediately, and I was like, yes. But I do realize maybe before we talk about this really, really good audio drama, we should do the review that we got and take a shot.
This is true. It's been a minute, but we got a review on Apple Podcasts, and if you're newer to the show, it's been a while. Whenever somebody leaves us a review anywhere that we're able to find it, if you leave us a review somewhere that we haven't acknowledged, let us know somehow. We read the review on air and take a shot in honor of whoever sent this to us. And today we have a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts from Monkey Brains 41.
Monkey Brains.
And he says that it is 5 stars. Great humor. Do Not Relent has quickly become one of my favorite podcasts. What keeps me coming back every episode after episode is the fantastic chemistry between the hosts. They play off of each other so naturally, it feels like you're a part of a fun conversation among close friends who genuinely enjoy each other's company. The humor is sharp, clever, and refreshingly unfiltered. It adds so much personality to the show. Even when they're diving into more serious or niche topics, there's always a playful energy that keeps things entertaining without losing depth. One thing I really appreciate is how open-minded the hosts are. They are not afraid to explore new ideas, offer different perspectives, and challenge the usual narratives, all while keeping things accessible and fun. Also, major props to Aaron, who handles the audio editing. It's clean, well-balanced, and adds a polished feel without sounding overproduced. It's one of those subtle things that makes a huge difference in the listening experience.
You'll find your check in the mail. Thank you very much, Monkey Brains.
I was gonna say, Monkey Brains, is this one of is this you, Aaron?
Is this your mom?
I wish. My mother, if she listened to even a fraction of an episode, she'd say, shut it down, Bear, shut it down. We can't have someone of my lineage saying these things on the interweb.
She would say 0 stars, cancel the show, pull the plug. The reviews ended here by saying, overall, Do Not Relent is a standout podcast that's as thoughtful as it is entertaining. Highly recommend it to anyone looking for a smart, funny, and well-produced show.
Here to that.
This was a well-produced review, honestly.
Yeah, motherfucker. Monkey Brains 41 coming with those.
Were you in my 7th grade English class? Because this thing has a bing, bang, and a bongo.
Fing, fang, foom. I'm taking a shot. I was poured a shot of, is this vodka? Is this what you gave me?
This is indeed vodka. We are taking shots of vodka.
Vodka from the motherland.
I'm drinking some Toilet Merlot. Let's go.
Toilo. Thanks, Monkey Brains 41. Is that the right number? Did I get that right?
Yes, it is 41.
Hell yeah. All right. Now, back to the underwear coming off for this audiobook. You know it's going on.
Let me loose my Rikishi wrappings.
No, you stole my joke. You stole my joke. I was no, you bit no.
Like, obviously the contents of these audiobooks are interesting, but I was just like really hung up on the fact that they kept pronouncing I can't even say it the way that he was pronouncing it, because like before we called it the Reshi Raps because that's what they called it in the Wowcast, right? Am I having a hallucination, or did they call it the Reshi Raps?
Okay, so are you talking about the fact that they used a different word? Because I think it's 2 different things.
Because the audiobook called it the Rishi.
Well,
I thought he interchanged raps with the other word.
He said Rishi ribbons. What I believe because also I too was like, what are you talking about? Because also I found ribbons really funny. I was like, imagine being like, I'm the holder of the ribbons, and you're just doing like a ribbon dancer routine,
like on little sticks doing like an interpretive dance.
But what I think he's saying is the magical item are the mummy wraps that they now wear. Everyone is cloaked in Reshi ribbons. They will then take these and weave them into a cloak that we will wear which is the Reshi rap.
I feel like I feel like nobody told him how to say it. Because it'd be crazy to go Rishi ribbons into Reshi raps, right? I feel like you would... Rishi is such a... But I was like, no, I mean, I have a good joke. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. And I was like, I'm gonna call it the Rikishi raps. And then Aaron hit it so quick. You were ready with that.
I hit you with the stink face of humor.
So my question is, do we trust the voice actor of Locus Walker or the Wowcast people on how to pronounce this?
The Wowcast people, those nerds would not be mispronouncing their own thingies multiple times. I think we can call it whatever we want. I think as long as we start with an R and end with an E or an I, we're good. Rikishi, Reshi, Rishinki, whatever. But this was really good. I'm a huge fan. Now my thing is, I don't know a lot about ethereals. Me know like the Burning Crusade. Me try real hard to quest and do things out there. But god damn, the beginning of Outland just pisses me off so much that I never make it to the part that I'm most interested in, which is the huge purple domes and the big wrapped mummy people.
Yeah,
so
the fact that
good.
Netherstorm is the, I believe, 4th or 5th area you go to, the penultimate one, I believe, really impacts. Yeah, because by the time I get to Blade's Edge Mountain, I'm like, oh, get me out of here, please, please.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. I did Zinger Marsh like a little bit, and I was like, no, thank you, me gone. So I think a lot of this lore that was covered, actually, we kind of like technically knew because I was doing a lot of reading on the train about ethereals, and I was like, oh, this is like, kind of like knowledge.
But then also, like, I believe the first one was like Locus Walker really talking again about how Dimensius destroyed Koresh, right? And I feel like we already kind of got a little bit of that in-game even with like that storyline with Illyria and Locus Walker. I feel like I literally just did this like a few episodes ago because like I don't remember when in-game it was.
Okay, so I guess we'll start from the beginning. So episode 1, The Doom of Koresh. It's really just a setup. My thing is, we're kind of doing that thing that I hate sometimes, though, narratively. Oh, it's the voice from the void. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that, like, I think all of them together is called The Doom of Koresh, maybe. But, like, I think chapter 1, the first one, is called The Voice of the Void.
I see. Yes, you are correct, Sa. Though my only complaint is, I was a little mad about how they wrote Illyria. Why did they kind of wrote Illyria like she was Anduin, who's like, what do you mean? I don't need to do this. Or like, why do I need to hunt this creature for? And he's like, so I can tell you a story I've already told you. And I'm like, what? She forgot the story? She forgot his fucking origin story? What do you mean?
Or is that why she's mad? She's like, Grandpa, I don't want to hear this shit again.
Too damn bad.
Especially because they're like masterclass hunters or whatever. I don't think it's going to take her 45 minutes to find the Revenant. How long were they just following this thing around? Well, she's like, it's in my sights, and Locus Walker's like, no, we're still getting sandblasted in this part. The big pink domes didn't even come up yet. That's the coolest part, I swear to you.
She was like, why do I need to hunt a monster? And he's like, so I can talk to you while I be hunted, like every other audiobook we do.
It's also kind of funny because, like, y'all remember, like, the Sylvanas book? Like, this is what, like, also what they did back then. Hunt, like, a monster.
Maybe it's just like it's a Windrunner narrative. We're going to get a Varisa woman. She's like, what do you mean I gotta hunt a bear? Why am I hunting a bear for?
She's like, I did this shit before.
Yeah, the main setup, the main thing I got out of it, and I don't know if this is something we knew before, was that they used to be skin people. I guess I knew ethereals were not from here, and they were beings made of energy, but I never thought about the fact that they used to be like skin people that lived on a desert planet.
I had the same thought process. I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's like we're seeing what ethereals are before they were.
No, I was just gonna say, like all of us had the same reaction, but like okay, listeners are probably like, fuck you guys, we've known this since the Burning Crusade, but like, I don't know, as Slide said, we didn't really fuck with the Burning Crusade that much, so like,
So I did a lot of ethereal reading, and yes, in fact, I'm sorry to let us three know. People did in fact know this is exactly what happened to them. Also, not only that, if they were people who played in TBC, got to see naked ethereals without wraps at all. Something I've never seen before, except for the one image I saw. I'll find it. I'll post it in host chat while I talk about this.
I believe they also showed them at some point in the video too. Like if you were looking at the video, I think.
Ooh, oh, really? Because like for me, like I was playing it at work, so it was in my pocket, so I couldn't see what was happening. Because like the image was just like I just saw Koresh for a while.
Yeah, I had it like on my extra monitor, so like as I was working, so like if I happened to look over, I would see it.
Yeah, there were visualizer elements. I only know because at one point in chapter 3, we get 2 very unclothed ethereals with 2 knives sort of standing so close they're holding hands for like a long time. I remember being like, I don't know if this was accurate to 20 of the 45 minutes here.
The image that I posted is all that I've seen of a naked ethereal. Was it a modern naked ethereal?
Well, no, it was naked being like they didn't have clothes or shoes. It was just like 2 guys in wraps with like their mummy dicks hanging out.
Oh, did you say mummy dicks? The underwear is coming off again.
When did you put it back on?
During the TBC talk.
It's a little like how like canonically you have like Reebok underwear now or something.
They're British Knights. Is that what they're called?
Nikes.
No, they sold like they gave like British Knights away for like the Hidden Temple prizes. It was the most random shoe I'd never seen before in my life. British Knights.
I feel like it was those, and then it was just like a trip to like a resort in Florida, which like for the people who were there was like right next door.
Imagine trying to fly home with a huge ass Toshiba keyboard. Yeah, keyboard for your kid who doesn't know how to play the piano.
Imagine being the parents who are like, yeah, my kid won the fucking parrot lollipop whistles. Good fucking job, kid.
Like, I feel like if I were a parent and my like kid won like a keyboard, I'd be pissed about having to like pay for extra luggage just to like bring it back to Michigan or wherever.
Just funny because your dad would be like, yes, a keyboard for my son.
Oh, like the joke's on you. We already had a keyboard.
Anyway, back to the episode 1. Yeah, it was just set up, because like episode 1 wasn't even the nude ones, right? Like episode 2 was when it really heated up because Locus Walker has a lady and she bathes him. She draws the bath, she drains it, she refills it, and then she gets in. That's a smart lady right there. None of that man juice on me.
It was quite the play. Do you think she sold the bathwater?
I feel like he was a high-ranking military official for a second there. I feel like that would have fetched a fair price in Tazavish.
Bro, Locus Walker bathwater? Don't tell me twice.
Oh shit! It would be all like purple with like glitter inside of it. That'd be pretty cool.
Just give me some of those sparkling eyes.
Anyways, his wife was a day walker. She was a nomad. For some reason, they really wanted to make sure that you knew that was a thing. It's probably because we will meet this group at some point, but his wife is in and out of the story while he is put in charge of... I'm not going to lie. I was hitting the elliptical during this. How is it that he became the Locus Walker?
Okay,
what is it that he knew that people didn't know?
I actually don't even know if we've gotten that lore. I listened to episode 1 twice to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think he was literally called Locus Walker from the beginning, from the start of that series.
They knighted him and made him the Locus Walker and said, you have to follow your oath as the Locus Walker. And I remember him saying that he appreciated that title because they called him the Void Mancer before. So yeah, he knew something about the Void, that he didn't like that. And I need to sit down and actually just listen to this thing while not like working my glutes out.
I mean, I listened to it. They didn't really explain the Locus Walker origin. It was just like oath, got it. And then when they wanted to be mean to him, they called him the Void Sorcerer. And he was like, that's mean. You can't say that in this culture. And they were like, sorry, we're actually your allies. And we're going to say it again to you later at the end. And I was like, okay, blasphemy, blasphemy, blasphemy. Like, saying those words are like the worst things you can say in ethereal world. I will say, it was giving me a little bit of Hunchback of Notre Dame with the dancer ribbon lady, street woman who's a street rat and not allowed to be. It's almost like a caste system. I was getting into it. I was like, this is kind of a cool bit of lore, because all we know about the Ethereals from the Wikipedia is they're thieves, scoundrels, and liars. And I'm like, God damn, can we slow down for a second?
Damn. I mean, but like, ugh. It's funny that like so did these audiobooks give us more like backstory and like descriptive lore about their culture than we had in the past?
I would say at least that we've had in the past. It
plus three, is that what you mean?
Yeah, it might be on par. I mean, like, what I was reading was pretty much a lot of it was like their bodies turned to dust, whatever. Okay, her name. I was trying really hard to remember her name, and I had it down. Crisis. It was some variation of the word crisis. See, you're looking at the Wikipedia, but I don't think she's there yet. I think we're gonna have to add her to the Wildpedia. We have to start editing this shit.
Are we going to be the ones that have to keep the Locus Walker lore up to date?
Would they even trust us with the keys to the castle? We'd say, no, we have new lore. Crisis, look at her. And they'll say, you did not understand the old lore. You are denied the keys.
Take it away. I really liked her. Because like she was like, I'm standing by my man, even though he has built technology that's gonna waste away our skin and our flesh.
So that's another part of it that was interesting to me. We've always heard that Dimensius and his goons came and they destroyed Koresh. And this is dipping into old lore, but this story goes into the fact that it happens not all at once, but over the span of like decades. They put up a protective pink bubble and said, he'll never get us. And Dimensius goes, okay, I'll wait. And he crosses his big non-existent legs and sits on a chair and said, when you guys are ready to drop that little bubble, I will destroy Koresh.
I think it might have even been longer than that. I don't remember exactly what the order of magnitude was that they said.
I couldn't tell if Locus Walker was being like facetious in like how long it took, or if he was being serious. But he's literally said an eternity, but more. And I was like, that's a long time, guys. Like, so like they basically built the bubble, and it was basically a big magnifying glass. It was what it was, a power, because Dimensius was feeding into the bubbles and it was changing them. And I was like, couldn't you like leave? I get you didn't want to leave Koresh and you wanted to die as Koreshians, but that's kind of crazy. Like, you're literally searing your skin for what? For your Rockland.
Listen, the Rockland was all they knew.
It's big Suramar energy, and that's just someone on Twitter said that, but I agree. You're too scared of the world outside, so you said, I will sit under my big dome no matter what. And even when it turns you into monsters, you go, it's better than being outside the dome.
I guess it's true. I have the Wildpedia pulled up for what exactly they said happened back in the day before this came out, right? Using every scrap of its advanced technology, one of the mortal races hastily attempted to construct magical barriers around its cities, only partially successful. The dark energies were blocked, but the unimpeded flood of arcane energy tore away the mortals' corporeal shells and infused their souls with enough energy. So like basically what we kind of saw in the last one. I just feel like once you're wrapping yourselves with mystical bandages and you're like, oh, I'm so ugly. Like, I don't know. Is that enough to leave?
Well, maybe they didn't have the tech. I guess they were a technomantic society, but maybe they put all their things into Big Bubble.
It's like all of their energy and resources were behind Big Bubble. And so all they have left over were some wrappings, and they're like, we can't do anything else. That's all we got time for here.
Yeah, they got to such an advanced technological state, and then they stopped. Like, it's like, oh, the big Saladar's like, the big bubbles. They're not working. What should we do to protect ourselves? And then their solution is just put on clothes. They, if we put on extra hats, then maybe we'll get to keep some of our skin.
Yeah, but like, okay, but then they become like complete energy, and it's like, how are y'all wrapping that energy in bandages? I guess it's mystical bandages, so I mean, I guess I get it, but
Well,
okay.
you shared the picture. If they don't have those bandages, they just turn into a cloud.
Apparently, they can get small. Like they can compress their gas into like a cube.
I hope that's the new fun money pickup. When we kill an ethereal, they turn into a cube, and then we can trade those cubes in for like mounts and stuff.
Oh my god, just genociding ethereals and turning them into mounts.
Collecting entire like towns worth of ethereals in our backpack.
But that's really, I mean, it's a very good story. It's a very good listen, but that's kind of it. Is they were going to get attacked. They got sandblasted because they sat under their dome for so long. And then eventually Saladar was like, we are all purple mummies because of that guy. Fuck that guy. And that's when everyone turned on the Locus Walker, and he said, time to find a white lady to birth, apparently, to be her father.
What was going on with Saladar, right? Because in the beginning, he's like, you are a blasphemer and you gotta get out of here. And then he was like, yo, bud, I was just playing around. I didn't want to make everybody else think I believe that. And then he was like, blasphemer. So obviously at some point he got corrupted by Dimensius. Or was he always corrupted and wanted to keep Locus Walker close so he knew what he was doing?
I saw it as a political move. I saw it as... yeah, everyone knew that Locus Walker is the Oppenheimer of the pink bubbles. And when they woke up and they were like, bro, my wife turned into a cube and I'm like a gummy mummy. What's going on? He was like, well, my ascension to High King will not go well if everyone knows I'm chums with pink bubble Oppenheimer. So he's got to go.
I guess that makes sense. And then what they had the Soul Reaver, the Soul Crucible, whatever that weird name was of that lady whose only line was, get them. I was like, okay, iconic bitch.
I love when like I feel like it's in a lot of media where like that particular thing happens. Like somebody has one line, or it's just that. Like, get them.
Gave me big world boss energy. We will find this person approximately 10 hours into the questing experience. And then it'll be like, get them again. And you're like, oh, it's get them lady from the story.
Yeah, get them lady. We did have a Kaiveza drops. That's Nexus Princess Kaiveza, right? We've hung out with her.
Yeah, that was what I thought. I was like, oh, okay, I recognize this name.
She turns bad, obviously, even though she was a hero for a while. And the only other drippings I think there were to drink were the Radiant Song. Basically, the World Soul was speaking to Locus Walker, much like Azeroth was speaking to Magni. So, like, he's talking to people, and then you just hear, like, Dimensius is coming. You have to get the Reshi ribbons ready. And he's like, huh?
But yeah, no, like, and I think that is why, like, he had told that story in game before, because he heard that same song for Azeroth. So he's like, oh, Dimensius is coming. He was like awakened like a sleeper agent.
Now, the only thing I didn't understand, or anything I understand, was that he didn't hear the voice for a while, right? So he's hearing the voice. The voice is like, oh, Dimensius is coming. He built the bubbles, and then the voice stopped because the voice was probably like, oh, we're good now. We're chill. We're safe. And then, like, it was as Saladar was turning on him was when he began to hear the voice again, and it was like, collect the ribbons, get the ribbons now. But for what? What did the Koreshi World Soul want the ribbons for? Because then Saladar got the ribbons. So was he also hearing get the ribbons? Is this a void voice? Was it not even meant for good guys in the first place? You know what I mean? Was it Dimensius?
There was a scene where the entire student council heard the World Soul's voice, so multiple people could hear it. But yeah.
Did the World Soul just like accidentally reply all?
Oh no! Oh, beans! That's why it allowed itself to get eaten by Dimensius. It's like, oh, I'm never gonna live this shit down. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Oh god, we're cooked. I cooked us.
Also, you have to look at Locus Walker and do a ... frown face because he killed his fucking wife. She's dead, by the way. He ate her at the end.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Was that her, or was it a being that consumed her?
I'd like to think, and this is based on nothing, this is just, I think it'd be fun. If you live in their society and you get, like, your energy gets too displaced, I'm going to imagine you turn into a void being. So I believe that's why he was like, I need to kill it. This one's mine. It's because he wanted to eat its soul and like remember his wife again.
Because like it didn't seem like he ate her soul, but he wanted the heart, which is equally as weird. So we have the precedence of the dark heart. So maybe like when the void eats people, it puts them inside of there, or maybe it was. I thought at one point though he called the being a he. I thought maybe.
And I guess it does make sense if it's like something that killed his wife. Once again, do not listen to this on the Stairmaster.
Do we have Dark Heart lore? Like, what is it? Other than the fact that, like, we know that it's very powerful and, like, the baddies want it.
See, because I thought that was weird too, because the only Dark Heart we've heard of, unless there's something in TBC, let me know, is the Dark Heart that Illyria shot with a arrow that was created by the Earth Warder, Neltharion.
And the first time I believe that we heard about it was in Dragonflight, at the end of Dragonflight, where, like, in the Mega Dungeon, we, like, go back in time and it is found back there, like, back in the old times, right? And then brought by Iridikron to we don't know where, but then eventually ended up in the hands of Xalatath. It was shot by Illyria. Xalatath took the broken one to Gallywix to try to fix, and then the Ethereals obtained it from Gallywix's fixers, right? Is that like what you missed, Ungly?
Yes, and I'm reading the WoW wiki here, and to everyone's surprise, it just said, it is an artifact Neltharion made. It's like the Dragon Soul, but older. So he just had a different one, and then we took it and did everything you said.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was a scientist, so he probably just had some prototypes laying around. I think that's probably the assumption. But yeah, it's... Oh, Kieran Turbulent to be discarded prototype of the Dragon Soul. Okay, well, there I get... Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, how many things are laying around? Can we get a heart soul, or like our soul silver, maybe?
I guess he was known for experimenting and making mutations, so he made a mutation of the Dragon Soul, and that's what we're all fighting over now? Is that what this is?
He was like, I don't need this one. I got the dragon one. That one's way cooler. All right, the underwear's back on. We're done. We didn't even talk about the sexy bath scene, guys. I mean, I did, but...
You want to talk about it again?
Nah, it's fine. It was just weird hearing them have skin. It was like, they have skin?
Let's give it to my favorite corporeal reporter, a corporter, Growlina. Hello, everyone. Growlina on the scene. I have just been given an exclusive message from the World Soul of Koresh. This is no fooling. I will now play you the secret missive that I received.
This morning I jumped on my steed and I went out for a ride. Then some wild outlaws chased me and stabbed me in the side. They dragged me to a cave to hide me, but some pirates found me sleeping there. And so they had me tied to a pole and built a fire under me. I almost cried, until a mermaid came and cut me loose and begged me to be the bride. I said I'd come back, but I must admit I lied. I ran into the jungle, but I forgot my guide, and I stepped into some quicksand. Then a snake came by and pulled me out and took me to some cannibals, who planned to have me fried. And an eagle came and threw me up, and through the air we flied. Then he dropped me into a boiling lake 1,000 miles wide. But then you never guess what I did. I cast low fall, and luckily I survived.
I survived.
Okay. I don't know what that was. I think we may have gotten trolled, but maybe that does have something to do with 11.2. So, I guess we'll see what happens from that. Also, thank you to Killian Jardine on YouTube for that one. Looked up Warcraft poetry as a fun goof. Did not expect to find that work of art. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Growlina. Now we continue on to part 2 of our program.
Have you guys gotten any mounts yet from the super mount drop?
No! And I've been privy to other people getting mounts. I mean, it's super cool. I'm glad that while I was streaming, killing wind guys for the off chance to get an ugly dragon, Gandalin gets invincible, and Remy gets a fire horse from Ataman the Huntsman.
Oh my god.
Will I get Bupkis?
Yeah, so I've been trying to fucking hunt down this fucking Ulduar goddamn mount. I can't get Mimiron's head. I can't get anything. I'm doing Onyxia. I'm doing Mimiron's head. I was doing Legion today to try to get Unshackled or Zool. Saracen Hawk said in Guilded that she has run basically every raid, and the 2 mounts she's gotten is the Firehawk from Firelands, the red one that doesn't fly, which is so weird, doesn't fly. And then there's another one, but she's like, I haven't got anything else. And I'm like, there's a lot of rare-ass mounts that aren't dropping.
I was mad. I had to become disappointed by Zul'Farrak. Or not Zul'Farrak. What's the one where you get the panther? It was like the Amani Troll dungeon.
Oh, like the old one?
Zul'Gurub, yeah.
Zul'Gurub, yeah.
I ran Zul'Gurub on stream. Vangelisle had to help me because he had old world knowledge I didn't. And that one was so sad because I didn't read who gave what. And because it's the modern age, you can do really the bosses in any order. So I killed the silly jar boss and I was like, where are my mounts? And then I found out that they dropped off of randoms.
A side
like,
one.
Oh, yeah,
How did you? I'm actually surprised that you're going for those ones. How did you? Was it like
that is what
was it a
he
stream?
said?
Okay, got it.
It was a stream. I was just going for anything, and he said he was like, they don't fly, so why do you care? I said I don't, but I've run out of options. It was getting late at night, and I was like, I don't want to do Ulduar. That takes 2 hours by itself.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not. This is so Immune told me the same thing, and I get why you guys think this because back in the day it used to. But let me tell you, they streamlined it. All you have to do is run in a straight line. You kill all the ads at the end. You kill the Leviathan. You kill. Oh no! You took my heart. You kill the bridge guy. Then you ignore everybody. You ignore the dragon. You ignore the fire guy. You ignore Algalon, and you just kill the keepers, and you're done. And I can do it in 15 minutes on my lunch break. I did it today.
When he was telling me about this, I was like, I don't know that I believe this. I still have yet to do it on my own, so
I guess you only need to kill Mimiron, right?
Well,
like to get Mimiron's head. There's
no. You need to kill
the
Yogg.
final
Isn't that bad? It isn't that bad. Isn't that because you just killed all the keepers are in a row, and they've added a skip now, so you don't have to take the tram anymore. You can just take the portal outside of the forest area right to Mimiron, so you don't have to do that like RP anymore.
I'm just mad because I had to learn how to do Spine of Deathwing to get nothing for the mount that Ash said, yeah, everyone's got this one. It's the easiest one in the game.
The hard still? How was Spine?
Oh, it's just annoying. It's still just, it's soloable, but I have done Spine of Deathwing maybe 3 times, and every single time with someone to at least balance. I didn't like having to do the shuffle and not get thrown off still.
Yeah, that we had a lot of hard times out there.
Like, we had trouble when it was, like, all of us trying to do it, but we were also just, like, stupid then, so, like...
So, I did do Antorus, and if you remember, the ANR fight,
Like the tower defense one? Is that what it is?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The reason I don't do that one anymore is because I was just like, I don't care for this.
Wasn't bad. I was shocked. So I started to do it, and I was cruising through it, and then I got to the A&R room, and I went, oh, fuck. God damn it. Watched a quick YouTube video. It was 6 minutes. I watched 1 minute of it. Ignored the rest of it. Done. Easy.
What did they do to make it go faster?
I think we're just strong, and now her beam, it feels like her, so when you kill a certain amount of ads, she fires a death healing beam on everything. It feels like that beam powers up way quicker. I kill like 3 waves, and she's at a full charge. But on Mythic, maybe this is on regular, I don't remember, you have to go into that room and click on 4 crystals before she gets hit by anything else. And that was actually pretty easy. I was kind of surprised. I died 1 time, and then I was like, oh, I just gotta kill a little bit more, have the beam fire, get the crystals, I'm in and out. The rest of it's a cakewalk. I didn't get shit. My transmog's filling up, though, I will say.
Ooh, that's my tip. I was going to say I ran Mythic Nyalotha, which, by the way, we are able to do nowadays fairly easily. And I didn't get shit. I didn't get a fucking blinking jellyfish. But for whatever reason, they give you, like, every piece of armor they can per boss. I completed the plate, leather, and cloth mythic set. I've never done Mythic Nyalotha. Just in
All in like one run?
In a single run. Yeah, I was like, well, this is convenient, neat.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of seeing those sets get like, oh my god. And like for the Oldawar ones, they give you tier tokens. So like it's different than what it is now, but you can send those tier tokens to the characters that can wear them. I've got fucking like 12 rows of priest, paladin, shaman, rogue, whatever the fucking lists are, and I'm gonna send it to everybody and get every single set for everybody.
It's a little tedious, but it is cool that, like, you can do that.
Compared to how we used to transmog farm, god damn, this is a fucking cakewalk with double drops. It's such a hit that the graph for the mythic dungeons, you know, the weekly, here's all the keys everyone's doing, took a massive, massive hit because everyone's out in these raids trying to get their chase mounts.
That's hilarious. I mean, I feel like it's less so for the chase mounts for me and more so, like, what you guys were just talking about. I feel like now is the time to just quickly fill in like all this T-Mog for stuff too.
And let me tell you, that's what I've been doing as I wait for my mythic bench spot to be at I haven't done anything real yet. I listen to them on the other screen, and then I'm like, I guess I'm gonna go farm raids or look at my student loans and be sad and try to figure out what to do with the interest rate increasing.
Oh, you're so sad yesterday about it. I was like, this isn't healthy. Like, don't look at that right now. Stop that.
It's annoying. It's so annoying. They're like, oh, the interest will turn back on, but you're still in forbearance because the save plan's dead. And I'm like, guys, we gotta do one or the other. You can't do both. Anyway, happy mounts.
I am the proud owner of a 24-carat mount you get off of slab hide from the core thing.
Are you also on that TikTok with the Labubu?
I am. I'm so fucking mad.
I love her.
I believed in her.
You believed her?
And then Caitlin showed me. She was like, it's doing the Discord login noise when she uses the pen. I was like, I didn't know what sound effect the pen makes.
The first one I saw where she touched the Labubu, it was the grind notification.
Oh,
it was like,
God, she was like, I'm going to use the rose gold Labubu and the solid jade Labubu. And then she was like tapping them. Yeah, it was going like, it was doing like Motorola notification noises. I was like, well, that's kind of silly, but how'd she get all these Labubus? And then Cubby Bob was like, she didn't. That's just a green plastic. And I said, no!
It's such a funny like thing. I'm obsessed with it. It's like I feel like it's been a while since there's been like a new content creator where I'm like, you like hit it out of the park here. It's just so fucking funny.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to begin to explain it. It's too much.
Well, first off, Labubus.
Yeah, that's all. I don't even understand Beanie Babies, but now.
Well, here we go. This is a perfect After Dark topic. We're going to have to record after this, so go to our Patreon, patreon.com/do not relent. We have our bonus episodes. We'll have a lot to talk about on this one because we had to skip our last week. So
Also, the shot from Monkey Brains 41, let me tell you, it's hitting, baby. So it's gonna be a good ass episode.
it's been hitting here.
Speaking of guest episodes, pull that motherfucking wheel out. Oh, we can talk about the fucking neighborhood housing. Sorry, guys, we'll save it for next week if you haven't heard it from everybody else by then.
Sorry, I'm drunkenly stumbling around with this wheel right now.
If somehow you're not familiar by this point, we have a wheel of our sexiest NPCs from the years 2002 to 2019. I don't remember how old is this log?
2021, I believe. We started this season at the release of the Korthia patch in Shadowlands.
Oh my god. We need to finish this fucking wheel so we can finally start a new season.
They gotta stop giving us things to fucking talk about. They keep giving us more things. All right, let's spin it and rank them on our sexiest list. Is it updated? Is it updated yet?
Don't talk about it. I will do it at some point.
Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. We have the HKA Aerial Oppression Unit. The sexiest motherfucker flying around these skies of Mechagon, making sure you also aren't flying.
Ooh, they give me a lot of energy for my, my dominating kink. Like, I sometimes I wiggle up there, I'm like, I'm just flying around a little bit. And then all of a sudden the leash tightens and I just hear a robotic voice behind me go, "You have 10 seconds to land on the ground and grovel like the dirty dog you are."
Get down on all fours.
It's time for you to run wild because you can no longer fly around these parts. I think in the past we made a joke about how, it literally looks like a penis, like its canon thing. It's very phallic.
Yeah, it's got some balls too, and it's got the gumpkin. The big circular bit in between the balls and the shaft. Your big swollen area that helps you fly around.
Is this the one that's in the dungeon too?
Yes. Let it be known, though, that I did not do topside Mechagon very often because I did not want to kill HK8 Oppression Unit because I liked them.
It's a homie. It's chill. I mean, we gotta be honest, right, guys? It isn't that sexy, right?
Yeah, it's not as sexy as some of the things we placed on our list recently. So I feel like it's probably bottom half. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, there's not really. Ironically, there's a lot of holes here, but they shoot fire out so that it can fly around. I feel like I can't put my wiener in any of those holes, so.
He's scrolling. I'm gonna let him scroll. I'm gonna let him scroll where he stops. Let's see where he stops.
I'm just a little confused. I'm intoxicated right now, obviously, but why is 43 empty here?
Because
what
Are you
happened?
for real? Are you for real?
Oh, because we tied, right?
Exactly,
okay,
because the stabilized core and Sand Matriarch
damn.
Ilias are like this.
God, okay, calm down, everybody. I got there. I was just a few seconds late, and to cover up for my Labubu here, I say we put the HK8 Aerial Oppression Unit at 43.
Hear me out. 48.
Okay, fine.
I agree. Yes. That's crazy. Audara, this short story revealed that Audara is a living, breathing person who's used to have skin and stuff. And then hundreds of years later, it looks up and who's that taking the podium in front of him? This robot.
When are we gonna get? I'm sorry. Did we already get broker lore explanation about are their bodies also? I mean, I know they were there, but
This short story I thought was supposed to reveal what brokers are, but I feel like I didn't get that. I feel like ethereals were the star of the show, and they were just and also brokers were there too.
Watch them just be ethereals who were like, we don't wear wraps. We just wear these instead.
We did not spend all of our energy and resources to make Big Dome, so we can have fancy wraps.
Fancy wraps. Spin that wheel. Let's see what we got. Can we get fucking Treemouth? Please give me Treemouth. God damn. Oh, guys. Oh, is it true? Is he finally here? Supreme Lord Kazakh, which is our Tanan Jungle Kazakh.
Honestly, this is a sexy being.
Ooh, he is a lot of muscle. That's just a lot of beef on this man. A lot of pointy bits though. So I don't know how to feel about him. I feel like there's a lot to touch, but a lot to not touch too.
I think he's got he's got the thigh exposure going on. So if you notice his belt, you know how low that cloth hangs. You know exactly why that cloth is hanging so fucking low.
Okay.
Which is crazy, because that means you can just sort of strafe around him slightly and see his big hanging donger.
You haven't seen it before? You haven't gone around him and saw it peered between the cheeks?
No, I'm a mage, so I try and stay as far away as possible, which is oh so tough whenever Supreme Lord I almost called him his brother's name. That would have been embarrassing. Supreme Lord Kazakh
Who's
is
his
on
brother?
the scene.
Or
Doom Lord Kazakh.
No, that's him. That's still him. He's all Kazakhs. He just upgrades every time we see him because he's that cunty.
He's every Kazakh.
He got access to the 24-karat Labubu and it upgraded his status in life.
I have the first fel-infused Labubu.
What sound would be used? I feel like it would be a DBM noise.
Do brother respond? Can you show me the list, please? Let me see the list.
Okay, my first thought is that, like, model-wise, he's probably very, like, similar vein of, like, Smolderon in that sense. I think he's a little scarier. So I don't know if, like, scary is sexy or scary is not sexy. I honestly feel like, for me, I don't know if he's quite as sexy as some of these others in the top 9.
Interesting. Okay. Aaron, what do you think?
You know what? I think it's finally time that she gets kicked. I'm going to say he's below Hilbrand. I'm going to say
Interesting.
get Fangly
Okay.
out.
I was going to say he's hotter than Hilbrand. That was where I was.
We've zoomed in on it's directly now Kazakh versus Hilbrand.
But Immune said he wasn't top 10. So I feel like Immune probably agrees that he is at best a 10.
Well, I don't know. Like, my thought was that, like, I feel like model-wise, Smolderon, Hilbrand, Kazakh, they're all similar. They're, like, big, beefy guys. I feel like it's just whatever your aesthetic is here. There's Elemental, showing lots of body, some, like, 25-pack. Hilbrand, lots of armor. Honestly, I think Slide might be convincing me. I think Kazakh might be hotter than Hilbrand.
Do you guys want to fuck some demons?
You want to put your wiener in his big, toothy mouth?
Deb, you know that's not what's going to happen. You're going to have one of those horns, baby. He's going to sit you down. He's going to impale you, literally.
He's probably just going to stomp on you, honestly.
At least it's better than being put on the wing talons. I feel like that's the ultimate forgotten lover move.
And he flies away. Oh, I forgot you were there. Put him at 9.
Which means retroactively, Hilbrand gets moved down, which means Fangly Hoot, after all these weeks of scrapping and fighting, finally leaves the top 10.
Took a long time, but, she'll get sorted out eventually. She's pretty hot. All right, now it's time to do our top 2. Bottom boot, medium moot. Aaron, kick us off.
Well, I'm going to be the one, and I don't know how active of weeks the two of you had, but I'm the one claiming it. After 20 weeks, 5 months of effort, we finally got to level 20 of the Galaccio appreciation system, which means we became high rollers, and we got, I guess this is a top toot, by the way. We got the Florendo mount, which is cool. It is also...
We took a guild picture. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, he's a little smaller than I thought. I knew he wouldn't be the size of actual Florendo, but I feel like I need to get on him on like Wigglestein or Stormwind is better or Kissin' Akechi, whoever my Tauren was, because he's like a little smaller than I would have liked him to be.
It also shrinks your model, which I never noticed before. Like, your model becomes smaller on him, which is a little weird.
That is weird that they decide to do it that way.
But it is pretty fucking cool.
Unfortunately, he does not fly. So, after 5 months of effort, he will never be seen. Goodbye, Florendo. You get to join the rest of the Forgotten Brethren. Go say hi to that purple fucking horse I bought because I didn't do my research at the Trader's Tenders post.
Oh, man.
But Immunization, give me your TT, BB, and or MM.
I have an MM, and by that I mean a medium.
Medium.
Mood.
It is that okay, so this proves why it's a medium moon. So Dazzler Duos is like over now, right?
No. It will be
Oh,
ending.
is it the last week right now?
Correct.
Okay. I'm behind on it, and I'm like, I don't really care right now to try to max it out. I feel like it's become that level of content where I'm just like, I don't know that I care.
Okay, well, how about this? Let's dovetail this because I have bottom boot, and I have a suggestion for you.
Boo.
What the fuck is Commander Garrick doing? I feel like each week, she progressively gets worse and worse and worse on where she's tanking shit. She's running away from my perfectly stacked 3 circles. I'm using the robot, I'm pulling them back in. The bitch charges out. My suggestion to you is, get on your druid, tank for me. I will heal you, and you just keep them in the fucking circles, and we win.
Can I do the achievements half on some characters, half on another?
So say that like we get the max score, it will just give you all the previous weeks because it's stupid.
Okay, I mean, fine. I guess we should do this then. I wonder because like I've noticed that like whenever I queue for it on my priest, the other healer is still there for some reason. Like we 2 heal it for some reason. So I hope that like if we queue up together and I tank, that like Garrick is out of there, and otherwise she will just randomly be taunting and pulling things away from me probably.
You can always taunt back at least. You can always taunt back.
Yeah, I just feel like she'll do it very often and be annoying because it pisses me off too because like she purposely feels like she purposely moves things out of all the circles.
We have a ping system. Let us use it.
I have not been paying attention to her. But I swear, no lay on hands, no bubbles. I just found out this woman was a paladin like a month ago because I've never seen her do any of these things. She has a sword and a shield, and that's about it.
Loser.
Oh, I'm sorry, no. I saw her heal herself at the end once, and I said, I know you're holding thread over there, bud, but you don't want to do that in the middle?
She's like, no.
Speaking of no, I know that our $5 a month patrons have our back. Their names include Ahoy Vince, Azarin, Digital Dave, asking Growlina to say, for the Horde. Miskit, the Orchid Orc. Mitch, who wants to remind everyone that Rathion isn't daddy, he's a literal child. Crucifix, Alternator, Saracen Hawk, Justin, Give Me Back My PhD, Arcane, Kick Puncher, Baba Booey McGee, Sugar Bear.
Time is money, friend.
Dr. Foster, Grumpy Old Shaman, Jerome, Ali, Adorno.
I have the one and only 24 karat gold Labubu.
Losing the Patient, Gershie is going to East Hills, Guff the Horde Pooper Cooper, Calcus.
They took our jibs.
Dig your jam! Dig your jam!
Cilantro, Alex A., Vanderlyle. Have a nice day! And Will, a.k.a. Tire, Trade Chat's fallen father.
Will.
He did it. He took his lover's name. And he's a changed man now.
He got married. He's married. We were there. We were talking about that on After Dark. But you can join those patrons, as said earlier, at patreon.com/DoNotRelent. Email us your ethereal nudist theories at donotrelentpod@gmail.com. Check out all the other information at donotrelent.com. What about y'all?
Well, you can find me, Alex or Immunization, on Twitter at NewEraAlex or on Blue Sky at Immunization.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at thebigacheesy on twitters.com and watch me play videograms at twitch.tv/AaronDNR. I'm gonna get something on fancy on stream, I swear, or else I'm gonna do a backflip and I'll crash and hurt my neck. So, WoW devs, give me a thing.
Take your mage to Anixia. Easy peasy. You won't get it, but it's quick. And remember...
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.